Welcome back to SourceFedNERD, your one-stop shop for all things movies, TV shows, video games, and comics. Big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring today's episode. I'm your host, Whitney Moore.
And I'm Sam Basher, and while this channel is filled to the brim with non-stop fun time uplifting videos like these...
I'm the Flash. I repel clothes off my body.
Ouch.
Unfortunately, today we have to deliver some bad news.
Ooh, bad news. Bad news. Netflix and Marvel are about to premiere their fourth original series, Iron Fist, and oh boy, this show has been in hot water since its creation.
With the tricky situation behind the original Iron Fist story.
It being the same white savior storyline we've seen a million times.
Then you add in the push for the Asian American actor to play Danny Rand, which sounded like a good idea, but they didn't go with. This show ain't looking so good.
Now we're hearing the show is not only bad,
not only is it towing the line of being offensive,
but it's boring.
Boring. At least the first 6 episodes. Many outlets have gotten their hands on these episodes, and Iron Fist is looking to possibly be Marvel's first
Oh no! Some could argue that most of the Thor movies and the Marvel ABC shows, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, haven't exactly been slam dunks for the studio, but Iron Fist, man, this is sounding like an honest-to-God flippity-flop. An honest-to-God, uh-oh, no.
Uh-oh, bad boy time.
Oopsie, boy time.
No, go away, bad boys.
An honest-to-God, no.
Now, here's a warning for possible spoilers for Iron Fist, but we'll do our best to our best. We'll do our best. Best to avoid plot points like most other outlets.
All right, let's rattle off a couple tidbits from reviews that have really stuck with us.
The Hollywood Reporter said, Iron Fist feels like a step backward on every level, a major disappointment that already suffers from storytelling issues through the first 6 episodes made available to critics and would probably be mercifully skippable in its entirety if it weren't the bridge into the long-awaited Defenders crossover series. Ouch.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Our buddies at IGN stated, Marvel's Iron Fist starts off sluggishly, seeming far more like a soap opera than a superhero series, complete with bland, pretty, rich people sneering and scheming over family fortunes. It kinda sounds like CW a few years ago, and kinda now also.
Let's be honest.
Got him.
The Verge was particularly enraged by this series, stating, fans feared the worst when the series was announced and all their fears came true. Yikes. Also saying, Iron Fist is a boring, confused, and offensive mess of a series.
Damn, they really went for the jugular. I hate Iron Fist. Okay, but the folks over at Comic Book Movie have something vaguely positive. Iron Fist is not a series afraid to take it slow. Danny Rand doesn't unleash the power the show shares a name with until the end of the 2nd episode, and even then, it's only used sporadically throughout the course of the first 6 installments. This relaxed pace is likely to be a turnoff for some craving non-stop action. That's not to say Iron Fist is boring, however. Hey, that's... something.
I mean, everybody loves when you draw out a story that can be wrapped up in an hour or 2, right? I mean, the show's kind of starting to sound like a chore to watch, being honest.
Hey now, some people are still excited about this show, probably, and are gonna defend it online, even if they haven't seen it, because that's just how people are.
To be clear, we're still gonna check this show out, though we're not feeling particularly excited about it.
Right, to better sum up how we feel about all of this, here's honest opinion time with SourceFedNERD.
I'll kick it off. What's crazy to me is that the show is failing across the board, seemingly. From casting, to script work, to storytelling, to choreography. Shouldn't this show be just like a 13-hour kung fu movie? I'm oversimplifying it, obviously, but I don't think any of us expected too much from it. From what I've heard, Finn Jones kind of misses the mark for Danny Rand, and the show feels like filler for the Defenders. It was announced that the Hand will be a big part of Iron Fist's first season, but also the Defenders? So logically, he can't defeat anybody in his first season, otherwise there wouldn't be any story to tell in the Defenders. And while I love the other Marvel Netflix shows, they are, at times, difficult to watch. They drag.
Fair.
And if this show is being described as boring, my nerd juice reservoirs are running dry.
Ew, what? Where do you store your reservoirs for your nerd juice?
Back of the knee.
Oh, that's why they're sloshing around. We sort of knew going into it that Iron Fist was going to be met with some criticism because, ignoring the fact that this is how it is in the comics, people are going to be unhappy with a white dude playing a martial arts badass. The validity of the anger surrounding that can be debated, but what I'm really disappointed to hear so far is that, according to the reviews, Iron Fist manages to have problems with its portrayal of Asian cultures even outside of the main character. Plus, one thing this show should not be is boring, and that word popped up in so many of these reviews. What's the point of a martial arts-centered show if the fight scenes are bad?
From what I've read, this show doesn't even seem to have that much fighting, so what's left?
Honestly, Marvel had an opportunity to do something special with this show, like casting Danny Rand as an Asian American, but they decided not to.
Fine, that's their decision. Then at least make the show so good that maybe it can make up for it. Oh no, Marvel looks like they've just done a paint-by-numbers carbon copy of most superhero properties here.
Again, let's make something clear. We still love Marvel. And we're just as disappointed as you hearing this news. Hopefully the Defenders can clean up Danny's character a bit.
Please, fingers crossed. But what do you guys think about all of these reviews? Has your excitement waned, or are you still frothing at the mouth for this show? Let us know, and be nice to each other down below. God dang it.
And if you're really nice, you'll also maybe thank our sponsor, Squarespace, because they're fantastic. Guess what? You can create a beautiful website with Squarespace's all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade, ever.
Whoa!
No!
Squarespace is intuitive and easy to use and offers award-winning 24/7 customer service. Dang! Start your free trial at squarespace.com/nerd and enter the offer code NERD to get 10% off your first purchase.
Hey, but that's it from us. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, share, and click that notification icon. I'm Whit.
And I'm Sam, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
According to Metacritic, Breath of the Wild is already one of the top-rated games of all time. All time. Right up there with Ocarina of Time.
Including a sequence on the moon.
That's right.
The moon.